Hello everybody, hope you're doing great today. I appreciate those of you watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. And today I'll be talking about episodes 5 and 6 of The Queen of Tears. This is going to be like a spoiler episode, so if you've already seen it, this is meant for you. And if you don't mind being spoiled, this is meant for you as well. But if you don't want spoilers, I would probably turn off this video right now. Anyways, having said that, if you have already seen this, interested to know what you think about the show so far, so write your comments below. Where do you think the show is going? Who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for the ones trying to steal the money? Are you rooting for the group? Or are you just rooting for the main couple? Interested to know your thoughts. So let's give a quick recap of what happened in episodes 5 and 6. Our Hyen here, she went to Germany to get some treatment for her illness. I guess everybody's saying it's kind of cancerous. I guess it's cancer. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of like, you ever seen Joe versus the Volcano where he said he has like a brain cloud? Isn't that what he said in episode 1? She has like a brain cloud? Anyways, she's going to Germany to get it fixed. Hopefully they could treat her for it and get cured. Her husband goes with her. We can go with her, but you know, after he found out where she is, he traveled with her. We see them forming, reconnecting their love, rekindling their love, in other words, only to have it spoiled by the revelation that he had wanted a divorce. I believe at this time, though, I don't think he wanted a divorce anymore. I knew at some point the whole divorce papers storyline was going to come back up in the story. I am kind of shocked that it was this early. I expected it to be a little later, you know, around episodes 12 to 14. You know, that's kind of how these shows work. So I do find it kind of interesting that maybe they're going to split up earlier than your normal Korean show. If you ever watch a lot of Korean shows, you know, it's episodes 14, 15-ish is when the couple breaks apart. And then around episode 16, in a 15, episode 16 is when they come back together. But it'd be interesting if in episode 7 we see them get kind of separated. I hope they don't really go through with the full divorce, but you know, just being separated would be great. And then we see our villains here, those who are trying to steal the money. They were making their moves here. They're trying to get I don't know, the male lead. I try not to pronounce these names. I try to keep the names out of my videos because I know I ruin them. But we see that these the villains here, they're trying to kick our male lead out of the family, get him where they don't trust him, because he's kind of spoiling all their plans. So, whose side are you on at this point? Are you on the villain side? Are you on the Queen group side? Or are you just rooting for the main couple? I feel like the story needs to go a little bit more into the motivation of our villains. We get a little bit of their motivation, just a tiny bit, when we have a flashback of the orphanage scene with the little brother's wife and I don't know if he's the brains operation, but Unsu, is that his name or whatever? But the guy who's trying to swoon Hyen, we see that they were both in the orphanage together, and that's how they connected their bond. But don't know if there's anything romantic going on between them. There's a possibility that the son of the little brother and his wife could be the son of his wife and our male villain here, our lead male villain. That'll be a possibility. Maybe there's something going on there, maybe not. But I think the show is kind of hinting that way. It's also kind of hinting that maybe the little brother's wife is going to have second thoughts and maybe portrayed the villains of the show. But I do think we need a little bit more background on the villains, just so we can know, are they really just bad people? Are they after revenge? Is revenge their thing? Or do they just want money? Or just greedy people? Because I gotta think there's a little bit more revenge going on in this. Just because the male villain here, the main male villain, he's already really rich because he's working for another guy that is like a very powerful guy in the economics and an economy. So I got a feeling his motivation's more to more of a revenge type. Is he just trying to get back at Hyen? Hopefully that's her name. The female lead for dumping him at one time, for their encounter at the orphanage. Does he really like her? I don't know if he really likes her or not. Maybe he does, maybe he don't. Is he just trying to get her to be with him so he can control her? He looks like a person is kind of like a controlling person. And maybe, once she marries him, he can be the one who bosses her around, controls her. I think he wants, in a way, to dominate her, as well as take over the family's fortune. But I do think it'll be nice to get a little bit more background on these villains. We're getting hints here and there about them. That way I can know if I should fully support them. Because I'm not really pro Queen Corporation Group. I don't really like the family. Episodes 1 through 4, you can see that they're kind of scumbags towards everybody else, even towards themselves. Episodes 5 and 6 kind of did bring some humanity to them, especially the little brother. He seems like he's a good husband. He's a better husband than High-End as a wife. I would say that if being married to High-End for a man would be exhausting because she never says what she means. You would always have to interpret what she's trying to say. When she don't like something, when she likes something, she acts like she doesn't like it, and you just would have to eventually get on, like, be a mind reader. But I think our male lead, he's been with her long enough. I think he's starting to understand her actions and her words, and when she says something, what she really means, which would happen after a while being with this person, forming a bond with them. But she does need to be more open and just tell the truth, because it would get tiring trying to interpret if she really means what she's saying or not. It would be exhausting trying to follow her in that capacity. So hopefully by the time the series is over, like, she actually reveals and just says her true feelings, at least to her husband. I mean, of all things, you should be honest with your spouse and not be so cryptic like she is all the time. So eventually I do hope that this family loses all their money. It would be nice that they hit rock bottom. So hoping for that. And if they ever come back and be billionaires again, at this point I don't care. To be honest, it's like I don't care if they lose their money or not. I just don't want them to lose. I don't know if I want them to lose to these villains. I think these villains are don't seem to be good people either. And this is not new. You see a lot of shows where people are getting revenge over this Monte Corporation and stuff, but at least they're good people, kind of thing, that were done wrong. And they're actually honest people. Trying to think of like one small example that's somewhere along those lines, where if you've seen the Korean drama Little Women, they're going against a big corporation as well, but at least they're decent people. In this instance, the villains don't really seem like they're decent people either. Like, they're just greedy. But it would be good to have, if I knew their background on why they're trying to get revenge, it would be great. So I guess in the end, I'm just rooting for the main couple. I hope they stay together at the end, that whatever disease that the female lead has, that she'll overcome it. But I do believe, like I said in my first video of this, that if you're going to go full core, that she has this terminal disease, I think she does have to die in the end. I still think that a little bit. It's going to be sad, but you set that premise up. But you're also set up stuff like miracles happen in her life all the time. We see her getting saved by her little brother, stuff like that. I do think, apart from the main couple, my favorite character is the aunt. She's been my aunt. She hasn't not been my aunt, but she's been my favorite character since episode 1. Like I said, then I don't like how she treated her ex-husbands and stuff like that. But out of the family, she seems the most real and honest. But she does, like everybody else in this family, have the tendency to step and think she's better than all the other people and stuff like that. And that's just like the whole family in general. They're so prideful. And I think this is why they are why they're in the position that they are, where people are trying to take them over, because they don't think highly of other people. They don't think anybody's capable of taking them down. So they underestimate everybody else's abilities. And they're coming off like really stupid, especially the little brother. He's an idiot, but I guess he's kind of like a lovable idiot. I don't know. He's just an imbecile. But in his defense, he's trying to seem to be somebody, he's trying to prove himself to the family that he's actually capable of being business savvy and stuff like that. Their mom is just, I don't know, like everybody is like kind of stupid in the family. The mom is an idiot as well. She's too, I guess, superstitious. She gets her beliefs in the other wrong way. And this, like I said, I think overall the problem is this family, they're too prideful. They think they're better than anybody else, and nobody's capable of toppling them and going against them. I think that's the problem. And then, like, I don't know, I just don't really see how the grandfather went from shining shoes to owning to running this huge corporation. Like, what did he do to get there? Be funny. It'd be interesting to get to the position he was, that he backstabbed like his girlfriend's family to get to where he is. That would be an interesting plot twist. So if you're still here 11 and a half minutes, thank you very much listening to me. Like I said, interested in knowing, or not knowing, interested in knowing what your feelings and thoughts are about this. Where do you think the show's going? Are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it? And I think I got everything out of the way that I wanted to talk about. Have a great day. Bye.